Okay, so you've put, serious resources into creating B2B videos. You feel like they're good, valuable stuff. But then maybe you get that nagging feeling they're just kind of sitting out there, like, lost in the digital void.
Yeah, that's a feeling I think resonates with a lot of B2B teams. They make the investment, but seeing that clear return, that engagement,
Mm-hmm.
it can be elusive.
Right. Well, if that sounds familiar, you're definitely in the right place today. We're going to dig into a really great guide we found full of strategies for making your B2B video content actually, work for you long term.
Exactly. The goal here is shifting how you think about video, not just one-off projects, but real strategic assets.
Yeah, assets that keep delivering. So this guide we're looking at, it kicks off with this really powerful idea, maximizing your content ROI.
Hmm.
And it does that through strategic repurposing,
Hmm.
basically turning every video into what they call an evergreen asset. That phrase really clicked for me.
It's a great way to put it. It forces you to stop seeing the finished video as the end goal. Instead, it's like, okay, this is now a source, a gold mine, really, for all sorts of other content.
Exactly. But, okay, how do you actually do that? The guide has some really practical tactics. First one is automatically pulling out viral potential clips.
Okay, and let's be clear. Viral in B2B isn't like, dance challenges.
Right. No, definitely not.
It's more about those really sharp moments, right? Like a killer quote, a surprising stat, maybe a super clear fix for a common pain point.
Yeah, exactly. Stuff that makes people in your industry stop scrolling and think, huh, that's interesting. Or, wow, I need that.
Precisely. Finding those little nuggets of concentrated value that can stand on their own and spark a conversation. It might be something counterintuitive or a really concise explanation.
Okay, so you find these clips. Then the guide talks about getting complete video transcriptions, which, okay, sounds simple maybe, but the repurposing potential there is huge, isn't it?
Oh, massive. Think about it. Blog posts, maybe audio clips for a podcast feed, social media captions, even detailed threads. It all starts with that text.
You can just multiply your output from one video.
And beyond just creating more content, transcription is also critical for, well, just being found. Search engines can't watch your video,
Right.
but they absolutely read text. So captions mean better SEO. Plus, you make it accessible for people who prefer reading or can't use audio.
Good point. Okay, and then related to social media, the guide suggests building a searchable library of this stuff. All these clips and quotes derived from your videos, ready to go.
Imagine the time that saves. Instead of someone having to scrub through hours of video to find that one perfect soundbite.
Yeah, or that specific data point you mentioned 6 months ago.
Exactly. It's right there, searchable, ready to share. It tackles that huge efficiency problem of just finding the content you already have.
Totally. Okay, so you've got all this great repurposed stuff. Now you need to get it out there. And the guide moves into developing a consistent distribution strategy.
Which is crucial because being inconsistent on social media,
Mm.
well, doesn't just mean missed opportunities. It can actively hurt you.
How so? Like losing followers?
That, yeah, but
Mhm.
also the algorithms tend to penalize inconsistency. They favor accounts that post regularly. If you go quiet for weeks, your reach can drop when you do come back.
Ah, okay. So consistency signals reliability,
Yeah,
both to your audience and the platform itself.
exactly. And the funny thing is, as the guide notes, so many companies have tons of great video content just sort of locked up.
Right, sitting in these long webinars or demos.
Yeah, not broken down and dripped out strategically over time.
So the fix is, well, maintaining that active presence, having a plan, maybe like a content calendar or themed weeks.
Definitely. A plan helps you stay on track and ensures your posting isn't just random, but actually supports your marketing goals. It builds that expectation with your audience too.
And here's a really smart angle, sharing different parts of the same video across different platforms. It's not just blasting the full video link everywhere.
No. You tailor it. Maybe that punchy clip goes on LinkedIn or as a reel. A key quote with a nice graphic goes somewhere else. And then you always offer the path back to the full video for people who want the deep dive.
So it's like creating a whole little ecosystem around each piece of core content.
That's a perfect way to think about it. Each piece serves a purpose, guiding people along.
Okay, this makes sense. But it also brings up formatting, right? Because you can't just put the same video file everywhere. The guide talks about formatting appropriately for each platform.
Yeah, that's a big one. How people watch on, say, YouTube versus scrolling through TikTok on their phone is completely different.
Right. So let's break down the types they mention. First, the full videos. Original, complete, and fully captioned. We keep coming back to captions.
Because they're so important. accessibility, SEO. You just have to have them.
And the guide also stresses having these on proper professional video pages on your own site, not just YouTube, with strategic calls to action.
Yeah, and strategic in B2B means thinking about the buyer's journey. Is this person just starting research? Maybe offer a related guide. Are they ready to buy? Offer a demo link.
Tailoring the CTA makes sense. And these full videos, they're the foundation, the evergreen assets.
Exactly. Your core content pillars.
Okay, then there are video moments. I thought this was clever. Automatically created timestamps within the video.
Yeah, so viewers can jump right to the specific part they need. If they're looking for the answer to question X, they don't have to watch the whole hour.
That's great for user experience, especially for longer content. It respects their time.
Definitely drives deeper engagement because it makes finding relevant info so easy.
And then the third type, short clips. And the guide is really specific here, vertical format, 9:16.
Yep. For LinkedIn, TikTok, Reels, Shorts. Vertical is king on mobile now.
It just fills the screen, right? Much more engaging when you're scrolling.
Totally. And these clips act as teasers, really. Little hooks to grab attention and pull people towards the full video if they want more.
And captions again. Auto-suggested captions for these clips. Vital for sound-off viewing.
Absolutely critical on mobile feeds.
Okay, so this is a lot of content creation and formatting, even if it's repurposing, it sounds like. A lot of work.
It can be if you do it all manually, which is where the guide brings in AI and automation.
Ah, the magic bullet.
Well, maybe not magic, but definitely a huge efficiency booster. AI is getting really good at handling the repetitive parts of this.
So what can AI actually do here? The guide mentions identifying the most engaging moments in videos. How does that work?
It can analyze viewing data, like where people rewatch sections or where engagement peaks, to automatically flag those moments that are likely to make good clips. Much faster and maybe more objective than a person guessing.
Okay, that's smart. That helps create those viral potential clips we talked about.
Exactly. And then there's AI for helping with the copy. Auto-suggested captions, social media post text.
Oh, wow. That alone sounds like it could save hours. Just trying to write fresh, compelling copy for every single little clip.
Right. It saves time, but also helps maintain a consistent brand voice.
Yeah.
Plus, AI tools can handle the reformatting, resizing videos for different platforms, adding captions automatically.
Taking away all that tedious manual editing.
Yeah, which also reduces the chance of errors creeping in.
The guide actually puts a number on it. Save 10+ hours per week by automating clip creation.
That's a pretty significant claim, but honestly, for teams doing this seriously, it feels plausible. That's time you can put back into strategy or creating the next great piece of core content.
Okay, so automation is key for efficiency, but just pumping out content isn't enough. You need to know what's actually working. So tracking and optimizing.
Absolutely. This isn't a one-time setup, it's a cycle. You put content out, you measure how it does, you learn, and you adjust.
So what should you be tracking? The guide mentions analytics for engagement, views, likes, shares.
Yeah, and critically, click-through rates, especially if your clips are designed to drive traffic back to your site or a landing page. You need to know what's actually moving the needle.
And then use that data to make decisions. Like if clips about topic A always flop, but topic B clips get tons of shares.
Then maybe you double down on topic B, make more content around it,
Right.
or try a different angle for topic A. Let the audience's behavior guide you.
It also mentions testing elements within the video posts. Thumbnails, titles, descriptions, CTAs.
A/B testing, basically.
Yeah.
Even small changes there can make a real difference to performance. It's about constantly refining based on data, not just gut feeling.
Right. Data-driven decisions. Okay, and finally, the guide brings it all back to the most fundamental point, focusing on solving customer pain points.
Yeah, this is the bedrock. All the clever repurposing and automation doesn't mean much if the core content isn't actually valuable to the audience.
It has to resonate with their needs, their challenges.
Exactly. Your video strategy needs to be customer-centric through and through. Are you helping them solve a problem? Learn something new? Do their job better.
So things like educational content, how-tos, explainers,
Yeah.
those directly address challenges.
Definitely. And case studies too, showing real examples of how you helped solve a specific problem for a similar company. That's incredibly powerful B2B content.
Social proof, right, builds trust.
Huge trust builder.
Yeah.
And structuring that content clearly, here was the problem, here's how we approached it, here was the result, that really connects with a B2B audience looking for practical solutions.
Okay, so wrapping this all up, the big message here isn't necessarily make more videos.
No, is make the videos you have work harder. be smarter about it.
Through that strategic repurposing, getting it out there consistently on the right platforms in the right format.
Using automation to make it manageable, tracking what works.
And never losing sight of who you're actually trying to help your customer.
If you implement these kinds of strategies, you can really shift video from being maybe a bit hit or miss to being a reliable engine for engagement and ultimately for business value.
So here's something to think about. Look at the videos you've already created, your library. Which one feels like it has the most untapped potential right now? And what's maybe one simple, concrete step you could take this week to start unlocking it? Is it getting it transcribed, pulling out one or two key clips?
Yeah, just starting that process.
Start looking at your video assets with that fresh strategic perspective. Well, this has been a great deep dive into making B2B video really count. Thanks for exploring it with us.